Good afternoon, this is Doug Ryder reporting for the Bloomsburg News in downtown Bloomsburg at the Antler with Orrin Hellbach, Executive Director of the Moose. Now Orrin, since you've been in this building, we know there's things going on down at the old building. What's going on down there now?
Right now we've got cleanup going on. We have a company called PCS from Harrisburg. They're at this point 3 weeks in on the cleanup. They're doing the complete fire and asbestos cleanup of the building, so by the time we get back into it, it'll be clean.
How long will that take for them to do their portion of it?
They've got 60 days in the contract. They started on the 8th of April. I think it's looking good for them being done within that time.
Okay, so what happens after that?
After that, we get the architects and the engineers in to identify what we need to do next. All of the rebuilding process. We'll probably have to rewire. We're going to deal with HVAC, plumbing, and all the rest.
So you're really going to almost have like a brand new building, basically.
Yes.
Because you're just going to have the shell.
It will be a better building when we get back into it.
That's a hard way to get a better building.
It's not the best way, but since it's what we had to deal with, we'll take care of it.
Now, I've noticed, since I've been reporting about the moves and everything, that you have such a huge community support. I mean, it's phenomenal, really.
Yes.
If you think people have just stepped up and, like consistory stepped up when you
Yes.
first had the fire to move some events over there that were scheduled for your building. And now you're in a building here, and this is from who?
Hummel Rentals, they're giving us this space for a year. We're paying the utilities, but they're giving us the space rent-free.
Okay.
And primarily, it's my office in the corner here and then the stairwell gallery. We had shows that were lined up through the year, and most of them are moving here.
Now, do you have events coming up here?
We have an opening reception this Friday, May 2nd, for this show. It's called Time Slips. All of the work here is inspired by stories that were told by residents of Balanced Care of Bloomsburg. Carrie Vitko, who's a speech therapist, talks to residents, and she wrote down some of the stories that her website artists read those, chose them, and then did their artwork based on them. So we'll be here from 6 to 8 on Friday with an artist reception.
You made a good point. Your website is still operational. Some
Absolutely.
people would think if the building's not operational, the website isn't, but it is.
Our website,
up and running.
Yep, up and running.
Doing what it did before the fire.
Absolutely, updated frequently. And our calendar shows all the things that we have coming up here at the Antler, as well as a few other things associated with us elsewhere in town.
Okay. So now, when you get back in your building, the Antler part of this will cease to exist, right?
This space will become available again. Hopefully some merchant will move into it.
But the Antler part of it, are you going to keep that in some way? Or?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because I kind of thought, well, it would be kind of a shame to kind of throw it away.
Right.
You might be able to maybe make a room in Antler up there.
Yeah.
That new building, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
So, do you get a lot of traffic through here?
On a day-to-day basis, not a great deal. People stop in, though. It's gratifying. People walk by, they look up, they see the sign, oh, what's this? And they come on in.
Okay, what about the former tenants? Have you heard from them? Are you in touch with them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are a few who I think if we could just get the building cleaned, they move right back in. And Legendary Comics and Tea, they reopened. They're just 2 doors up from the Exchange at 157 West Main. Their business is going very well.
Well, good. That's nice to hear.
Yes.
Because it wasn't only you that were affected, but all the other businesses
Right.
in the Moose Exchange were affected.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, we're glad that you're moving along. You guys, just because the building is not functional,
Right.
you guys are still up and functional, which
Yes,
is
we
great,
are.
great for the community. So come on out and support the Moose Exchange as they continue to rebuild, which will be probably a year from now.
Probably a year.
And you know what? We're looking forward to that opening.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Orrin. This
Thank
is
you very
Doug
much.
Ryder reporting for the Bloomsburg News in downtown Bloomsburg.